Welcome back to Model Monstrosities. So in this video, I want to improve this. Ah yes, it is my collection of figures. Or miniatures, as some people call them. I have a lot, but I have the more higher quality ones in the back. These are just... this is just the shelves at the back of my workstation here. But as you can see, on the bottom I have more higher quality ones in the front and the lower quality ones in the back. You can't see me pointing, can you? Alright, so moving that over. I'm gonna get over to the Ultimate Kitbashing Kit Carrier 3000! Or for short, the UKKC 3000.
All sorts of great features.
You open it up, look at all these great features.
It's got all sorts of great features and things.
Wow, look at all that. But I'm gonna show you this first. So they open up the top here, and you got some there little bits and things separated here. Alright, so here I've got arms and weapons holding, or arms holding weapons and arms. Here we got pockets, packets, and little accessories. Here I've got just other stuff. Here's heads. There's base decorations. Here we've got the bodies, you know, the legs and the torsos, and sometimes arms too. Yeah, this is for kitbashing miniatures. Wow, look at all that. So to show off a little bit of this, so here I've just got some little miscellaneous things, but here I've got some Warhammer bits, Warhammer 40,000 bits. It's not actually, I don't have 40,000 Warhammer bits, they're Warhammer 40,000. And here I've got some Frostgrave, some Barbarians, and then some War Games Atlantic bug things, harvesters. I got some Stargrave in there somewhere too. But anyway, I think these are the mercenaries or the troopers. But I think I have mercenaries too. I think that's what I'm using for the body or the torso and the legs. And I take that off and... But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the stories behind these guys. There is... Well, this guy I'm making here. His name is Cole. He is a engineer, but in robotics, but not like they're actual robots that he makes, because you know it's a made-up world. Rejection. I talked about it in my first video. If you want to learn more about it, the more basics. But yeah, he is a member of the Dune Riders. There he is. The Dune Riders is a group that goes out, finds items and things. They're mercenaries, kind of, but they don't. They go out, they're paid to go out and fight monsters, defending people that want to go, like other robotic engineer people that want to go out and look for parts in the giant mountains of metal. It's, yeah. But anyway, so the second guy I'm making here, it's a lizard. Yeah, I thought that was funny. You could put his hand over his mouth. Wouldn't even require much like modification to the figure. You could just add some green stuff or something, make him look like he was like trying not to laugh or something. But anyway, he's a lizard man, and he got like kicked out of his tribe of lizards because he was good with animals, and the lizard men didn't like that because they're sort of animals, so they kicked him out. And then the Dune Riders the group at the time found him, and but anyway, he's good with animals, and so he has a pet, which is what I'm making here. You'll see what it is. But a little bit more about the Boon Riders. They're paid to go out and fight monsters, because there are a lot of monsters on Rejection. A little bit of backstory on Rejection. On the other side of the planet, there is, of the planet Rejection, which is a planet I made up. On the other side, there is another, like literally on the other side of the planet that almost nobody goes to, because I think it's all separated by water there. There are huge monsters back there, very large, and a few can sometimes find their way to the side that most people are on. I'll probably talk more about that in a future video, but here I'm making another guy, the owner of the shop I made in my last video. Or which one? Yeah, he... Well, his name is, Mozag. He's a tough guy. Again, he owns that shop that I built in the last one. He collects junk and interesting bits and things that he finds on there when they're going out on Rejection to fight monsters and protect people that hired them to protect them while they go out and look for parts as well. By the way, the other guy's name, the lizard, is Cleo. Ah, yes, here he is. So for the next guy, I wanted to make this robot thing. You know, in my first video, for anyone who hasn't watched that, I had a lot of the basic backstory behind Rejection in that video. But anyway, in that video, I made this little robot that I think I mentioned I wasn't very proud of. He didn't look as imposing as I had originally planned, or at least it was obvious that he didn't look that imposing. So I thought I'd remake him. Here I'm using some old Mega Bloks Halo figures. I mixed and matched some legs and the torso and things, and then got out this soft plastic container. So I cut it down to size. This is kind of like my styrene equivalent. I've actually never used styrene, so maybe I can't say it's my styrene equivalent. But you see all those YouTube channels where they're using the expensive styrene, and so I try to use that instead. But yeah, I think there I was testing out a lens reader for a disc, or like a DVD player, for the head, because I want one eye like the other one. I did give this guy the legs, unlike the other one though. I think later I used a pin vise and made a hole for a neck, and I literally used a toothpick for his neck, which I thought was funny. But that's a little plastic piece that I put some moldable plastic into a mold from one of my things. Oh, hey, drop up and check out this thing I made.
It looks like a skirt.
It's not a skirt. It's like armor, you know? See, look at this. It's like cool armor. I had to hide the skinny waist.
But it really does look like one.
It's not. Look, see? It's even got a shoulder pad.
Yeah, whatever. It's one. But look at it. It's a skirt.
It's... You don't get it. It's not.
It's a skirt. Na, 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 na.
What do you mean? Hey! It's not a skirt. Get over here. Ah, yes, and here I got a pin vise and drilled a hole where his neck would be, where his neck was literally a toothpick. And then I drilled a hole into one of those like lens readers from a DVD player or something, or a CD player, I don't know. But anyway, it looked good for one eye, and then I glued them on. The toothpick was like, the hole was at the perfect size for the toothpick to pressure fit in, so that was nice. I still glued it later, but... Anyway, here I'm getting out some of those Warhammer 40,000 bits that I have. They're mostly mixed up and things, but, I ended up getting out a few little bits, including a little axe and a shoulder pad. I think I got out some other bits and things. but I ended up using the axe and the shoulder pad. One of the few ones I actually used on him. Ah yes, and then here I molded some things off of this guy. I don't need that. I'm going to be taking off some of these little pockets on him. Or at least one. Yeah, here I was taking off one. And then I glued that onto him. So here's how he's turning out so far. As you can see, I added the shoulder pad and the axe and some little rivets. So that was nice. And by the way, I did add a little like spike on his right arm. I stuck in there. I couldn't figure out what to do for his right arm, so. But here I'm working on the bases. Just got this big jar of sand and I put some glue on the bases and then sprinkled on the sand. But some of the bases are pennies actually, because you know they're 1 cent. And as you've seen, I was adding some skulls to the bases. They're just little plastic cheap skulls from some little plastic dinosaur toy things. But yeah, here I was doing some painting. It was pretty basic. I painted the robot. Well, okay, it wasn't that basic. But anyway, I painted the robot a nice military green, and then gave him some sand on his feet and legs, make it look like he'd been trudging in the sand for a while. And then painted some coppery colors on him because I wanted the steampunk look, but that didn't actually work out very well. And then the little bug thing, he got a bunch of browns, like brown dry brushing. And then here I was painting the lizard guy the same military green, but actually I painted the same military green earlier. Then I was painting some other stuff. Here I was dry brushing that sand look onto his legs and gluing him onto his base. I kind of colored the sand about the same way as his legs to make it look better. Okay, I guess I wasn't gluing him on there, but I was just posing him on it. Okay, he's already posed. But yeah, here I was adding some UV resin to the lizard's base. Yeah. But anyway, the trick, I didn't show a whole lot of painting, but the trick would be paint it the color you want and then dry brush it or highlight it. Dry brushing is basically highlighting, but better. With a lighter of the same color. And that kind of looks good. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the thumbnail, but
yeah, I figured.
Mozag, I think that was him. He had the gray beard, and I think the beard turned out really well. But here I was mounting them onto their bases, or the guy that hadn't been put on his base yet there. And I also added some little tufts of grass onto 2 of the guy's bases. I also added some washes to the skin. Yeah, I painted a lighter color and added some washes to them. But anyway, I believe that will be multiple builds completed.
So I was thinking, and what's that? Whoa. What if the viewers subscribed? Yeah. Whoa. Wait a second. Yeah, it'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, totally. I'd be happy for one. Something. And if they enjoyed this video, and I think this video was pretty good, whoa. Wait a second. Yeah. What if they subscribed? Wow. Yeah, and like this video. Whoa. Yeah. Crazy. Any comments would be appreciated too.